Hey, Sending. Hey. Congrats, congrats. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I honestly, I'm drinking coffee right now, which means I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Ugh, how are you? I lost my patience at Baby Bunny today. I feel really guilty, but I was so I'm so tired. I'm so tired of telling her to stop and her not stopping, including hitting me. Hey, Seth. Like, I dropped our lunch today because she kept poking it while I was holding her and holding the lunch. And I kept telling her to stop, and I dropped it today. Granted, she also had dirty hands because she had been grabbing her shoes too. She had taken off her shoes, and we had just been to Costco. So it's been a rough day. Baby Bunny put food in her mouth, looked over off her chair, and spit it on the floor. Oh my gosh. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And then she's also been drinking her milk, putting it into her mouth, and just spitting it out all over. And like the first time, okay, wow, that was really creative. That was an interesting way to drink your milk. Let's not. We're gonna keep the milk in your mouth. Did it again. Okay, you do it again. Mommy's taking away your milk. Did it again. Took away your milk. Melts down. I'm so tired. I'm so tired and I just want to cry. Like I honestly probably shouldn't have streamed tonight, but I need to get my homework done. I need to get my homework done. I have coffee. I'm also I found these in my closet which expired 2 years ago. I don't care at this point. And it's like Mother's Day is this weekend. They're the macadamia nut, the Hawaiian Host chocolate covered macadamia nuts, so they'll be fine. The nuts will probably be stale. Actually, I think last time when I tried it, it tasted a little bit bitter. But whatever. Whatever. But like Mother's Day is this weekend and it's just me and her and it's like I don't even have the energy to do something for myself with her. Like I honestly just also, hey, Sending. I made it to the final round. Did I tell you? I can't remember if I told you. I made it to final round. Hi, Appley. Welcome in. Yeah, but only for one of them. I still don't think I'm making it to final round for the one that I made to final round last year. I did so bad on the technical. But oh, thanks, Adam. But like, I also feel like I'm going to be competing against so many talented. Oh, thanks so much for the bits. I appreciate it. I'm against so many like capable candidates. Hi, Samaritan or Seth. Hey, Seth. Welcome in on Twitch. Yeah, definitely. I'm more, I think, perfect time for bunny stream. I mean, my usual time for a bunny stream. Oh boy, I'm not on my .m file, right? Okay, good. Just making sure. English, please. English only, please. But yeah. So I made it to final round. I have my coffee. Which means I'm not sleeping tonight, which means it's gonna be a rough day tomorrow too. I know it. I know it. It's the code. It's part of the Code the Dream program. Oh, I guess I should. Here, courses, Code Dream, Pod the Dream, Code the Dream. Pin this. Aptly, no worries in just popping in to say hi, but we are an English only chat. Just because I can't moderate if I don't understand the language. So, Code the Dream is a free coding program in the US, and I think it's been really great. And apparently, one of the people in the apprenticeship Discord is also in Code the Dream. So we're going through the interviews together. Okay. So, I don't remember what I got up to. Oh, Ready or Not. Chris's program. Okay, so where is I mean, I'm welcoming you aptly. I'm just saying that our chat is English only. I don't understand how that can be taken as offensive. I apologize if you did take offense to it, but all I'm stating is my chat is English only because one, you'll be talking and I won't be able to respond to you. And two, again, unfortunately, if I let one person do it, that means I would have to let other people speak in other languages, and oh my goodness. Thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate. I am Samir here. Welcome in. How was your stream? Shout out at I am Samir here. What were you streaming, or what were you working on today, rather? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it so much. I am obviously not being very productive right now. Big Chilean. Functional programming. I don't. What is functional programming? I'm looking that up right now. What is it? Is it declarative that constructs program by applying and composing pure functions? What to solve? How to solve? Functions as passing them as arguments and returning them. How is this different than object oriented? As object containing functional programming focuses on transformation of data through pure functions. So is this more like for data? Functional is interesting. That sounds cool. So, what language were you using, and what made you decide to learn that? No worries. Honestly, sometimes I find that explaining it, even if it's wrong, you get feedback from people who can correct you constructively. And then you can learn from that too. So, or else like questions, clarifying questions makes you like think more when you are explaining it. So I am totally okay if you want to explain it, and if it's not 100% correct, if somebody else in chat understands more of it, please be kind and respectful when correcting. Haskell. Okay. Yeah, but only if both sides or all the parties are respectful. Data is much harder as it contains binary. Hey, I like binary trees. I remember I spent like a good couple of weeks working on binary trees on LeetCode. Okay. I feel like Haskell is... Did I update? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Sending. Why didn't you let me know? I feel like Haskell is being mentioned more and more in my stream. I know it's a very relevant language, but I haven't had any real exposure to it except for listening to what other people are talking about with Haskell. So I think it's just really interesting that I've noticed it's being mentioned more and more in my stream. So functional programming is old school programming? Or... Also, where's my water bottle? Hold on. Oh, it's right in front of me. I haven't even looked at any homework. Hey, Virtual, how are you? Yeah, everything used to be made with functional programming. Okay, so is it kind of like, let's say I didn't have a class in Python and I have all the different functions? Is it kind of like that where the functions are outside and basically, because I remember in C when I was learning it, it had to be in a certain order too. Like I couldn't call a function from below, but then if it was up there, like it was very, like it had to be in a specific order. Side effects and state. That said, state is kind of the point. My understanding regarding functional programming benefits is that there is immutable data, so when you define a variable, it stays that way. Pure functions. So it's similar to C. Because with C, I believe that the um right? C is once the variable is assigned, doesn't it stay that way? Hey, Dad. Um, my day has been very stressful with my kid. Very stressful. To sum it up, we dropped the lunch, or I dropped our lunch. I have smoothie all over the back seat of my car. And what was one? Oh, and she also fell and hit her head twice today. That's those are the big things. The big things. Without easy class support. But I mean like with the immutable data. So I just want to make sure that I understand. Haskell was getting pushed in your chat a lot. C has mutable data? Okay. Okay. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, well, how long is trying to peer pressure me into writing my own SQL database language? uh. Yeah, how long? 6 months ago. Does it get better? Rolf, I think it does. I think it kind of depends on if you find what really interests you in programming. Like for me, I really like the logic. I like figuring out the puzzle of it, and I like building things. So I think you have to find what kind of calls to you with programming. I think there's a lot of people who do program or do get into program because I think social media does glamorize it to an extent, and I think a lot of people don't enjoy it straight up because they just follow tutorials and they don't like dive deep into why do you want to learn to program. I know. I want to say howling too. I don't like how long. Like it just doesn't roll off the tongue. But he didn't like the other one cuz but we're going to make his ears itch, so we're going to stop. So we're going to stop cuz we're not bad-mouthing him. It's just yeah. An AI crash will weed out the people who aren't passionate about it. You went into programming because okay, but I thought you enjoyed it though, right? The AI crash will. I kind of agree with you then, Paler. I really do. I think that with all of the boot camps, which by the way, there's so many boot camps going under right now, and like with all the boot camps, there's so many people who have graduated who I'm not saying that they and even the hiring manager mentioned that when I was talking to him, like I reached out to him. The hiring manager that interviewed me last year, I actually reached out to him today this year to see like, oh, like what is it that I could do to improve and maybe stand out more this year. He was mentioning how like, one of the weaknesses of a lot of the bootcamp grads applicants that they get there is that they don't have much other experience or like projects or portfolios outside of the bootcamp stuff that they did. Like they don't continue to like build, and I think that that is a weakness with a lot of people who do just get into coding from the glamorization of it. And I'm not saying that you can't get into coding from outside influence and then fall in love with it, but I do think that there are some people who do get into it for. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, Zen, I don't think ag agentic engineering is disappearing in any means. But I do think my thought is, and you guys know my thoughts, like for those who have been in my stream, you guys know my thoughts is I think that the people that understand coding and programming and the logic the best will be the most in demand because they are the ones that are going to be able to utilize AI the best instead of, especially with like how fast people are burning tokens right now just by writing prompts and like copying and pasting and hey, fix this. You gave me this code, fix this. And like they're burning tokens right now. But I think it's going to kind of balance out. And the people that will be in demand are the ones that do understand how to fix the code that the AI agents do give because, yeah, like you can't just copy and paste it. Okay. Functional program is just not using CAS. Use data structures, but long story doesn't. Bigger projects tend to work better with OOP. Small bits of code and embed hardware tends to be more functional. I think the embedded hardware is just because. How to do stuff yourself. One of the reasons why I'm learning is I'm trying to understand different software paradigm. Okay. I like that. I like that reasoning. I think the most fun is probably Adrenos. Okay, guys, I still have my little thing that I haven't had time to do. I'm so sad. Wait, you agree with what? What my long rant that guys, I've been streaming for 20 minutes and I haven't even looked at my homework. That tells you my mindset today. That tells you my mindset today. Marmalade. I have read so many. And then also, didn't Deloitte have like two security issues because they were using AI code and nobody checked it? And like, was it Deloitte? Samir, unfortunately, my homework is due Tuesday. I'm solo parenting until I think Hubs gets back Sunday night. Maybe Monday. I think Sunday night. But I'm solo parenting, so right now I have coffee. I made coffee. Like, this is how bad I felt today. I made coffee at 4 p.m. because I was like, I'm not surviving till bedtime with baby bunny if I don't get some caffeine in me. No worry, virtual. Oh my gosh, Rebecca Black. I felt so bad for the hate that she got when she released that video. Like, I think that was one of the first, like, seriously huge cyberbullying, like, teaming up viral. Yeah. Okay, I am going to hit a focus mode so I can get something done. I am very nervous that I will accidentally hit it. Like, very, very nervous. I considered putting it in a notepad and then doing the path separately, but I just, yeah. Zampai, I actually have never used PyCharm. I started with VS Code and I've used VS Code since. But I think it's because, yeah, like I don't really know why. Okay, actually, no, I do know why. When I first started coding, I tried to set up C on my computer on Windows using VS Code. And as most of you guys know, that was probably the wrong thing to do. It was very unsuccessful. So that's why I originally went with VS Code, because I was like, oh, like there's extensions and stuff for C, and yeah. Thanks, Castillo. I appreciate that. Okay, so can you clarify what you mean by good agentic practices? Because I was thinking like good agentic practices is double checking and confirming, like being able to give good prompts, but also confirming and double checking the work before you commit it. I don't have perms to delete a whole production database. Yeah, aren't there supposed to be like levels and stuff so that like I haven't worked professionally, so I don't know the whole thing. But yeah, aren't there? If the context is too big. Hmm. Well, you guys know I'm not a huge AI user. I use it for small things to clarify questions or things like that. Compiler install on Windows. Only had she's doing math degrees but need a first year. Oh, interesting. Here's Sizzle. Hi, how are you? How's your new job? It didn't initially have the perms to win to surge. Oh wait, I read about that. I did read about that. That's, oh my gosh. No, but it's like, how do people? It's more like how do the engineers themselves miss that? Like, it makes me wonder, is anybody actually checking what the code is? And like, it also makes me wonder, like in 5 years when they either have to scale it or like do something with it, are they going to look at the code and be like, not even just like spaghetti code, just be like, what? What is this? Ah, congratulations. That's awesome. All depends on the developer. It's expensive. They had a prompt which was don't guess. I agree, sending. I agree. Okay, okay, guys. I'm gonna hit a focus mode. Job search has been okay. So I made it to final round for one company, and I'm waiting to hear back from another company. So I had 2 interviews on Monday. That was also very interesting. I'm nervous because they're both very well-known tech companies. And I don't think I made it to final round for one of the companies. The technical felt very interesting. Like I was given a problem, but I wasn't given the example. And then I had to ask for the example. And then I would ask questions, like clarifying questions, and it almost felt like that person was unsure or like deciding on the spot. So that made me very unsure as well. Like, but the thing is, I interviewed last year with this company and I made it to final round, and none of the interviews were like that. Like, it just was so interesting because I would be like, oh, so, like, what happens if the two are equal? Like, does that count as an interval, or does it like what happens if the numbers are equal? And it was just like, that's a good question. Let's say that yes. Like it was just like, so like it like the answers to my questions threw me off because it felt like they weren't sure, and so I was like doubting myself too. So it was a very, like, I think I got to the later part of the questions, but like, yeah, it was very off-putting for me. It was very, very off-putting. Ashutosh, yeah, it's more than okay to ask clarifying questions from what I understand. It's just more when the person who is providing the question doesn't seem like they have decided the parameters of the question. So I'm okay. So like some people I talked to were like, you know, some interviewers make you dig for it. It kind of stinks, but they make you dig for it. And I'm like, I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with digging, but like when the responses back don't seem very confident, like they're unsure, it makes me feel like, okay, wait, are the parameters going to change? But Pierce is like I said, it was one interview and it didn't seem like the person was in any way not a respectful person. It just could be that they were not a very good interviewer, or my questions were throwing them off. I don't know. But like, I interviewed with 4 other people from that company last year. So three technicals and one hiring manager last year. Didn't have an issue. Like, actually no, there was one of the guys was a little bit off-putting as well. I'm pretty sure wasn't looking at my interview screen. But either way, like, yeah, it didn't feel like that last year. For your questions, because you blank. Doing interviews can be stressful. Yeah, and like, Shatosh. So I've applied to apprenticeship programs because I'm a career pivoter. So I was supposed to hit a focus mode like 10 minutes ago and I'm still talking. Um, I, hey guys, I'm gonna address the whole interview thing in just a second, but regarding Ashutosh on YouTube, so I've been applying a lot. I'm getting rejected a lot from like the smaller companies. The apprenticeship programs, I've gotten invited to one online assessment for a big company through a referral. Definitely confident that was through my referral. And then these other ones, they don't take referrals, but I worked really hard on my essay. Like, I spent like probably 2 weeks working on my essays. Um, and then I've networked a lot and I just ask for referrals for other jobs. So I've only gotten 3 interviews. I've only made it to 3 technical interviews and I've gotten, I want to say, including the 3 technical, including the 3 companies that I got to the interviews for, I think I've only gotten 6 online assessments for to see if I will be offered an interview. But again, some of those were from referrals and some were just I spent so long on my I spent so long on my essays for it. Okay, let's see. Do you think technical on the spot is I find giving a task home and doing dissection in a follow-up has the best way. So virtual paper, I can understand that. I know for LinkedIn Reach, they used to have a take-home project, but I don't know how they're doing it this year because the whole cohort got postponed. But regarding the interviews, I do think that they they pull on board a lot of their engineers because, so for one company, I know that they interviewed for 2 days only and they had hundreds of people they were interviewing, and so they had a whole bunch of people pulled on board to do interviews. The other company, it's a 2-week window, like 2-week scheduling window, and again, I think they just pull whoever is available at that time, because I think I got rescheduled like 3 different times for that company for who was going to interview me. Someone on the Sending grounds, that's good to know. The one that I made the final round to, I have to admit, it was really, really, really good experience. Like, for near the end of the interview, I started doing something that I knew was wrong, and I just told my interviewer, I was like, I know that this is not the correct way to do it, but I know that this way will work. I know it's not the most efficient way. I know but I see that I only have 2 minutes left and I am panicking and I know that there's a better way to do this and I can't think of it. So I'm just going with this. And then like, yeah, the the person was just like, how about let's focus on this part then. So how exactly do like recruiters work? Like, I think I don't completely understand that. are they the one that choose the candidates to forward on, or is it a hiring manager that chooses the candidates and then gives the candidates to the recruiters? Thanks so much for the lurk, virtual paper. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I have had a bad experience with a recruiter before, which is also why I thought I got blacklisted from a company, and apparently I didn't, and apparently the same recruiter emailed me. So the manager is the recruiter. Okay. Interesting. Okay, but while you guys continue to talk, I am actually going to look and do a focus mode and try to get some homework done. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, coding assignment. Interesting. Okay, but while you guys continue to talk, I am actually going to look and do a focus mode and try to get some homework done. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, coding assignment. Okay, the team at a software company are each building a different AI project. Add a comment block to your code that identifies the best approach. Prompt engineering, prompt fine tune, or RAG. Wow. Okay, we're going to be like, explain this to me. Okay, so there are the three major ways people customize LLM behavior. Prompt engineering. Ooh, what just happened? Changing the instructions you give the model. Oh my gosh. My page keeps crashing when I'm trying to read the descriptions of each. Oh my gosh. My page keeps crashing when I'm trying to read the descriptions of each. improving results by changing the instructions. You're not changing the model. You're changing how you ask. Give clear examples. Fast iteration, low cost, no model training. Training the model examples so its behavior changes permanently. Interesting. Okay. So. The best. What would it be? The best approach. The best approach. Holy moly, guys. Okay. Smaller companies, so it's very important. I heard, so my friend, again, when I asked, like, oh, how do you recommend, like, I continue to grow, and he actually recommended going to networking events, talking with recruiters and all that stuff, and I'm just like, having a kid and being the stay-at-home mom, like, It's really hard, guys. It's really hard to meet people. It's really hard to meet people. Networking events, talking with recruiters and all that stuff. And I'm just like, having a kid and being a stay-at-home mom, like, it's really hard, guys. It's really hard to meet people. A-Rag. Thanks so much for subscribing on YouTube, Saaro Dalvi. I appreciate it. Zen Logic, yeah, and they're continuously evolving. So I am the first, technically I think the second Python class, but technically, so they had 2 Python essential classes, and then now that got combined into the one Python 200 class. And then we're going to be the first class to do the practicum. So it's really cool to see how it's been evolving. Zen, I still want to just curl up and read though. Like, if I could, I would just curl up and read. But at the same time, I want to continue to push myself more. And like, I was talking to Howling, honestly, I miss streaming LeetCode. I really like LeetCode. And I think streaming LeetCode really helps me with my technical interview skills, because I have to explain my thought process. Wait, the first what? Oh, the first class, yeah. So, there's actually, it's interesting that I've connected with you, and then also there's somebody in the apprenticeship Discord that I'm part of that is also in the class as well. Oh no, Timmy. No, you're turning into... Oh, wait, who? Timmy? Who's Timmy? Thanks so much for the follow, Peabody. Okay. Okay. Once they're modeled to write a product copy in a very specific brand voice, a dry, minimalistic style that does not appear much online. Thanks so much for the follow, Peabody. Okay, so I'm gonna... So we would want, I believe this one, oops. This one would be fine tuning. So we would want, I believe this one, oops. Oh, it's from a meme? Yeah, Seth, I'm down, but I'm so behind. Like, I just started week 6. However, I do know, so I do hang out sometimes in my Discord, guys. For those who were wondering, nobody was wondering, but I do hang out in my Discord sometimes and do LeetCode if I'm not streaming, or else like, I am in there with some mentors and they are helping me work through a process. So you guys are always welcome to hop in and hang out. There is no talking though, except um if yeah, I'll unmute people depending on the situation. But yeah. Um so you guys are always welcome to hang out and listen to my thought process or just wonder what the heck I'm doing or wonder what's wrong with my thought process. Yeah, sounds good. Did you it's hold on. Does this work on YouTube? Let's find out. Did that work on this? Did that work? Well, that worked on Twitch. Did it work on YouTube? Apparently not. Did it? No. Apparently not. Does this work on YouTube? Let's find out. Did that work on this? Did that work? Well, that worked on Twitch. Oh, now it did. Okay. There it goes. Okay, so thanks so much for the follow to Tentakanda. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I actually got a lot done with my focus mode. Let me get these short answers done. Another focus mode. Also, I'm definitely not sleeping tonight. If anybody needs good coffee that is quick and they're lazy, the best instant coffee maker I have had, because I've had Keurig and I've had Nespresso, is Nespresso. Hands down, much better than Keurig. So if anybody is looking, and I am not sponsored, I'm just saying, like, after having Nespresso, I can't go back to Keurig, like, coffee. I can't. It's just, it tastes so gross to me now. But I'd rather have good tea any day. Speaking we got comments. I know. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour. It's been an hour. My favorite right now though is oh crud. I actually have to check if they still have any available because I've been drinking it religiously every day. So my favorite Clooney just sold me. What does that mean? Twitter, welcome in. It's been a while. So the small pot, yes, but I'm also lazy. Like I said, for the lazy people, because you don't have to clean the espresso machine. You just have to pop up the pod and it falls in, and like we don't have hard water where we are, so we don't even have to like do any descaling or anything. So but you have to like clean the coffee pot. If you brew a coffee, you have to clean the coffee pot. If you do French press, you have to clean the French press. I actually really like the what is it? The Italian one, the metal one that you do on the stove, and then it like the water's down here, and then like the pressure brings it up. So I actually really like that, except I'm again lazy. And I actually really like the fact that Nespresso does recycle all of their pods. So like Keurig, there's a whole issue where it's just clogging up all the landfills. Like people use it so much and they don't recycle the pods or anything like that. So it's like, yeah, it's not really environmentally friendly. Can you tell I've had caffeine a lot later than I normally do because I talk a lot anyways, but I am talking, yeah, a mocha pot. Yes. I'm talking a lot more than I normally talk. And also I heard AeroPress is supposed to be really good too. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard really good things about that. Anyways, for Nespresso, they had a collaboration with Blue Bottle, the Nola blend over ice. So good with the Chobani creamer. So good. Okay, but no, seriously, I am going to hit a focus mode because yeah, I'm not getting very much done right now. At all. At all. Okay, be right back, guys. Okay, the best approach would be fine tuning this. Okay. So, my thought for this is people should not be diagnosing themselves using AI, but people are. So, when AI is confidently wrong, oh, but I don't want to use that as an example because honestly, people really should not be diagnosing themselves with AI. Mm. Juliet, hey, how are you? I make home and yeah, I clean it pretty often. Yeah, like for me, I would want to clean it every single day. Bye, Virtual. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hey, Rython. How are you? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the question is then, GPT told you to drink gas, but did you? Did you? I'm okay. Today was a rough day. I'm a little bit wired from caffeine right now, which I really should not have had. But I did. Like I had an entire cup of coffee. So I'm a little bit it's a mood. Okay, so I'm gonna go because that was my first thought of when an agent hallucinates and is confidently wrong, it can cause a lot of harm with medical advice. Because it's like people really should not be getting medical advice from ChatGPT. Like, oh, thanks so much for the follow, Chris. Delete all database. But that was them just giving AI too much power. That wasn't them asking a question and believing AI. But I guess that would... Context poison pills are a real thing. It was confidently wrong, yeah. But it wasn't a hallucination, right? It was... And this question is more talking about when AI gives a person a confidently wrong answer. You know, like this one is like think about the tone of the response as well as the content. So this is more talking, and I'm basing it off of this. This is more talking about humans interacting with the bot than with the agent than with the agent confidently doing work it's not supposed to. Respect on being inventive. Okay, but what are context poison pills? Okay, I'm Googling this. I feel like it makes, like, logically speaking, I'm like, okay, I can figure this out, but I don't want to assume. Corporate poison pills to prevent a hostile entity from gaining in AI. Oh, yeah. So weren't people trying weren't people trying to like poison the training data? And then also, guys, so I think I've shared this before, but my question is, with all of the false information out there nowadays, whether it's like clickbait or misinformation, as it is, like how do we know that the agents are going to be able to, like, how are they filtering through this? Because there's like, just an example, did you guys hear about that social experiment that dude did with he convinced people that birds were actually drones, and it like became this whole big thing, and he started it as a joke. And it snowballed where people actually started following and like believing in it and like putting all of these documents And boy, birds are not. Um, but like, so that's just an example. But that information is out there where, again, people are confidently wrong, and that data is being scraped and fed and being trained into these LLMs, right? Like how is that? So at some point, if the false information overtakes the correct information on the internet, right? Something goes viral for being wrong, but people believe that it's real, then wouldn't the agent be trained in believing that what that information is true? And with all of the misinformation out there right now, like how is this not contaminating the data that is being trained on? Like, we have news sources that aren't even fact checking or verifying anymore. Like, we get what we deserve. Hi, Turing. They replace all the batteries in the birds. Yeah, but then wasn't there what was not OpenAI? Oh my gosh. The Scale AI. Didn't it come out that like all the data that they supposedly said was really good valid data ended up being like really bad data? Wasn't that like a thing that happened 6 months ago where they realized, "Oh, this is actually really really bad data." Yeah, exactly. That too. Like there's the AI thing, like the AI bots that are just posting on, and it's not even just AI bots, it's just like people like rage bait too. All I'm saying is like, and yes, I know that's what data engineers are for. Like I get that. That's why I'm learning about this. But I'm also just thinking like at some point though, there's going to have to be where yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And then also, have you guys, I have been getting pushed really hard through my ads and stuff to upload, like turn myself into a cute sticker using Chat GPT. And I'm just like, I don't want to put my face and my picture into Chat GPT, even though I know my picture is already probably out there, especially since I stream, probably already out there in, but it's still like, no. It's still like I don't know. I'm going off on a major tangent right now. uh Hold on, hold on. This is yeah, so like yeah, like I don't understand how my brain goes down these rabbit holes sometimes though. But yeah, like I've been thinking about this for a long time, ever since like AI really blew up, right? Because AI has been around for a while, but like I feel like in the past like 2.5, 3 years, it's become more publicly used, right? By the general public, either turning their pictures into like art or whatnot. And I'm just like, so also on Facebook now, I am being like, sometimes I scroll Facebook, sometimes I scroll Instagram. Instagram, I haven't, knock on wood, haven't gotten affected yet because I think since the reels are so short, but on Facebook you can have longer videos. I am starting to see like AI generated C dramas, right? And I'm just like, this looks so bad. It looks so bad, but like it doesn't actually say it's AI generated. And yeah. Oh, Cooter, thanks so much for subscribing using Twitch Prime. I know you only get 1 month, so I really appreciate that you chose to subscribe to my channel. The models got good enough to code. They could all. But wasn't there something that happened with Copilot recently? I can't remember. Was it that like technically GitHub Copilot was training on all of your code even if you didn't agree to it? And the chain of thought reason. So when was that? Was that like 3 years ago, or was that? And I have to. Supposedly private repository data. Yeah, but supposedly your private chats for Instagram shouldn't be used for training either, but apparently you have to opt out of that too. Yeah, so it like AI has been around for a while, but it's only been like the last like 2.5 years or so that it really took off, right? So it's like, yeah, ever since learning more about it, I've just been like, and another question I have nowadays is with all of the false data now and like all of the news outlets not necessarily even confirming sources and whatnot, how do people actually dig to find where it came from? Because like in the past, okay, it was the big news outlets and you could kind of like figure out, like dig and find their sources and stuff like that. But with all of the articles and people like posting their thoughts on it, like it just, the web gets deeper and deeper on finding where that source came from. If you're getting something for free, you're the product. But yeah, it's just it's okay. That was a long tangent again, guys. Oh my goodness, guys. We're getting so much homework done today. So much homework. Ban the mods? Wait, what? What? Hold on. Wait, wait. I just missed something, just went way over. in the head, my head. What just happened? Okay, but gonna hit another focus mode. And is it our problem? Me? Whose problem? Wait. What? I don't know what's going on right now, so I'm gonna hit a focus mode. Oh, no. No, it was definitely me. It was definitely me. I've just been off topic all day. Not all day, sorry. I've only been streaming for an hour. So I've just been off topic for the past hour. Did you? Oh, you did. You did redeem a focus. I don't see. I'm on restream, so I don't see when you guys redeem. Okay, I'll do better about checking. I'm on Twitch as well, anime. So I'm on YouTube and Twitch. Okay, I'll be back, guys. Yes, I'm talking to myself. I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating. I'm an agent hallucinating talking to myself right now. Hey, Zen. Okay, I will focus right after this. Zen. I think there are times that I actually am very productive on stream. Tonight is not one of them. But there are times I am very, very, very productive. Okay. Be right back, guys. Wow. My my grammar is so bad right now, and so is my punctuation. I think it goes there. Steps below. I'm surprised my baby's actually not super awake right now. She's definitely moving around, but she's not laying awake. She's in and out of sleep right now. I think it's like that. And double check. Oh, okay. That happens before. Okay. Actually, okay, and then I am looking. Anime, I am streaming on Twitch at the same time. So I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. DeepSeek is really the new hotness up there, I guess, but is the big three. I've been using OpenRotor for a couple of things. Hi, Castillo. Coding game. All farm. Hi, Josh. I feel like it's been a while. How are you? Development. Wait, this looks really cool. Hold on. How? What? How? So what do I do? Is it you code? Or why can't I read more about this? Bot programming. Wait, this sounds so cool. So you basically program a bot? Practice and learn. May 12th through 25th. Okay, wait. Castillo, what do you mean what problem? What? Are you talking about the daily? Okay, wait. Josh, so is this basically you code a bot? Because I'm trying to find out more information about what it is, and it won't let me without signing up. Okay, Gemma. Hey, I think I installed Llama on local on my computer or my Venv. Okay. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? No, I don't like how that looks. Hi Yuri. For me personally, I would want to use my chat bots like a local LLM for like when I'm inputting personal data. Because I don't want to, like, if I were to do face recognition on my photos for my kid and like filter them into their own folders, I wouldn't want that to be on the internet. Also, like my resume, if I get help reformatting or doing anything like that, I don't want that on the internet. Yeah, but yes, I wouldn't be able to run a very powerful LLM. Uh, yes, it is. But another thing that you can do that I was doing last for my last project was you can limit the amount of tokens that it uses. So I think that that's pretty cool. That way you can, I like, for me, I'm not doing anything super complex right now, so I would want to limit the tokens anyways, so that, and then I can also make it I can personalize it so that I'm like, don't give me all the fluff, just literally give me this information. Hey Lazy, so I made it to final round for one of them. The other company, they just finished. Actually, they might be interviewing next week too. I don't remember. I think they're interviewing next week as well. So I think I remember they do 2 weeks of interviews. Um, so I don't think I'm gonna hear back from them for another week and a half, 2 weeks at least. But I made the final round for one of the companies. But I'm also I know I'm up against some really good candidates, so it's a little nerve-wracking. And Thanks, Hayuri. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. It's also it's a very fast turnaround. Basically, I know that their program starts in less than a month. So basically, you interview and you find out if you made it, and if you did, then better get ready. You start in a week. Which is a little stressful for me because I'm like, I already have a plan if Baby Bunny does, if I do get the job. If I get the job, I already have a plan for Baby Bunny. The only thing is, because it's a hybrid position, I don't know what days are required to be in the office, so that could also change depending on what time I have to be in the office. And I have to figure out how I'm getting to the office. Cause yeah. That's also a concern. So yeah. Okay, embed. So this is where I am learning. Can worry about that later. What company am I talking about? I mentioned it earlier, like not earlier, but like a couple streams ago. But I don't want to jinx myself by mentioning it again until like I've taken the interview. But they're two pretty well-known companies. They're for apprenticeship programs. So yeah. Very, very nerve-wracking though. System. Embed the users query is converted to. Yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Keeping my fingers crossed because I think it would be awesome to work for either company. Wow. So you can also see my dyslexia coming into play when I'm tired. Wow, that was really bad. That was really bad. Fun fact, guys. When I was younger, I learned to do everything upside down. Like, I learned to tie my shoes by watching people that way. I learned to read upside down. Like, I'm not even kidding you. My mom loves telling this story that I was in preschool and I'm holding the book and my teacher comes by and is like, "What are you doing?" And yeah, I was reading upside down. I can write upside down. I can also write backwards. I can also write upside down and backwards. Have I thought about working at startups? I have, but the problem is I don't get callbacks. So I've noticed that I feel like startups, they want somebody who is a little bit more seasoned, and I don't have any professional experience yet. So for startups, they're looking for usually, knock on wood, at least from what I have seen, they're looking for somebody who has at least 3 to 5 years experience. I've applied, but I don't get callbacks because I think they're looking for somebody that they don't have to train as much, that can basically hit the ground running. Wow, the fact that I can write upside down and backwards at the same time. Thanks so much for the follow, JSS. Actually, can I still? I think I can still. Oh yeah, I can still write backwards. And upside down. Yeah, I can still write backwards and upside down. Can you see that? Oh no, you guys can't see it. But I can, yeah. Actually, no, that was just upside down. Just kidding. So I would need to do... No, writing backwards and upside down when you flip it over? No, hold on. Okay, anyways. Doesn't matter right now. But yeah. Let's see. What else? Yeah, it was... I could probably read an entire book upside down too. What's my main tech stack? Like, so my main language is Python. I prefer backend, but I am learning data engineering, and I actually really like that. I like cleaning and validating the data. I can do front end, but I tend to prefer not to, but I can do it. I can do it. It's just backend and data engineering definitely interests me more. Okay, extract text from source documents. This is where system accesses and reads. Okay. Hold on. I think I... process more easily, right? Process more easily? Shazam, yeah, I am. The only... I give this disclaimer, so I know, like, with coding therapists, he's mentioned to do, technical interviews, mock interviews. But, oh, thanks so much for the follow, Kazim. But I have to give the disclaimer that I have limited time currently because I am trying to complete this course and raise a kid without losing my mind. So I do have that disclaimer that I probably won't have a consistent time until after this course, which will probably wrap up after the practicum in, I want to say, October or November. But yeah, like I am open to it. I've talked to a couple of other streamers of doing mock interviews or just doing leak code on stream together. So it's, yeah, I'm definitely open to it. Um uh so many responsibilities. That's what happens when you become an adult. It would be nice to not be an adult. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. Embed the users, convert text chunks into. Yeah, and I think who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody about, oh, I think Howling, where I would also give a mock interview too. So like I wouldn't just be the person getting interviewed. I would also be the person giving the interview, which is also a little nerve-wracking. OpenUSD certification online. Have you thought about getting into physical AI and sim to real stuff? I have not. I'm just trying to focus on this right now because I also have projects that I want to work on, like personal projects that I haven't had time to, and it makes me really sad. I know, right? I know. And bills and bills. Honestly, that's a great idea for me to interview as well. Yeah, so I know. It's just it's very intimidating. It's very intimidating. Would you ever do one of these assignments challenges on like a flight and record it? What do you mean on like a flight? Can you clarify that? Review. We've had the occasional intern review intern. I mean, isn't that good though? So as a previous teacher, I feel like I learned so much from my students because I felt like I would have been a better skater. Trial by fire. Okay. Convert text chunks. Yeah. Oh, no, because if I'm on an airplane, it means that I'm with my kid, which also means no screens, which also means being very occupied, keeping her busy without screen. I feel weird about streaming in public just because, like, I don't want to get anybody in the background that might not want to be in the background. You know, like for me, for those, I'll be honest, on a plane, all bets are off for screen time. Okay, so when we did fly to Asia, she was allowed to play with the screen, but we didn't put anything on, if that makes sense. Like we didn't put any videos on for her. Actually, no, that's a lie. We did put one video on, and I just put it on repeat. It was the learn about the airplane video. Zen, I agree there's no such thing as privacy in public. However, I don't want to be that person who I don't want to be that person. Like, I get it if there's other people that are filming themselves and everything like that. I'm not going to say anything. That's their choice. But I don't want to be that person that puts somebody else on stream that is, especially like minors. Because when you're filming in public, there's this huge issue with filming a minor, and it's, again, like I used to coach figure skating, and I'm not kidding you, I chased a guy down before because he came in during skating, a freestyle skating session, right? And these are girls in skating dresses, and he, again, public place, but it's just, it's very odd to me. Thanks so much for subscribing, Cool Random Facts. Yeah, like, it's, and then also like for YouTube, I know that they've gotten a lot more strict. Even in the States, in the Americas, they've gotten a lot more strict for having minors on videos. And when you're live streaming, it's really hard to control who goes into your background, unless you're like you're facing the wall, or you're against a wall. But like if you're out with your camera and stuff, it's just, it's, like when, okay, like I said, if somebody wants to film, that is their choice. I'm not going to say anything to them unless they're pointing their camera right at my kid or in my face, which there's also like in real life streamers that do that to get a reaction from people now too. Like they just stick the camera in your face, and like if you give a reaction, they like follow you even more. But anyways, like for me, if I see somebody filming in public, like I will take my kid and I will like protect her face, because you guys know I'm pretty private about my kid's face. I don't want her out on the internet. And I understand that there are going to be pictures of her on the internet, probably because we go out in public and whatnot. But like, if I can do more to protect her, then I will do as much as I can. But it's like, I also don't want to be that person to another parent. Also, plus, whenever I'm out, I'm with my kid, so I can't stream anyways. The only time I can stream right now is if I have Hubs watching her, which is very difficult when he's not around, because he's out of town for work, or late at night. Yeah, so Rython, there's I heard that they're cracking down on that. I heard they're cracking down on like minors. And I agree. I know it sounds silly with, again, long tangent. Rython, this time, no, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. I was gonna be like, this time I think it was you. No, it wasn't you. Somebody else asked me about it. Yeah, exactly, lazy schemer. Exactly. But okay, I look at it this way. So social media didn't exist until many of our generation were already in college, high school, college, right? Like when it first came out, many of our generation were in high school, college, and it wasn't the norm for um younger kids to have smartphones. And it wasn't even we didn't even have smartphones when social media came out, really. But it wasn't the norm for younger kids to have smartphones or 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 free access to the internet, right? Hi, Ghibli. So, like, the people that were the pioneers for social media, like the original influencers, the people that were posting, were already adults. It wasn't until those like adults had kids like 4 or 5 years later that they started posting their kids. But like originally, the you know, like recalls after 9. Reagan. Yeah, who's that? The Ryan's Toys or something like that? But like it I just feel like it's different because social media back then was for like Facebook started as a college. I don't think Facebook was even available for the general public for what, like 6, 7 years, right? Um I miss BlackBerry, okay? I could type so fast on that thing. I miss BlackBerry so much. Um I don't know what that number means. I keep seeing it, but I don't know what that number means. But like Facebook wasn't even available to, and granted, I know not a lot of people use Facebook nowadays. But I'm using it as an example because it was one of it was the original social media, right? It was the original social media. Um, and it wasn't available to anybody who was not in a college. Like it was what, Harvard originally, and then a year after it became available to other schools, and then it wasn't available to general public until many years later. So like the modern day seventh meaningless. Zero means zero context, zero situations when you would bring unless the number appears. Meaning of life. Isn't that 42? Yeah, right, Zen? Does that age me? Does that give away my age? But yeah, like I just feel like the people who grew up as the first generation with social media, a lot of them are the ones that are putting their kids on social media. I am not on Linux yet, Ton. Turing, I don't know what you just said. Okay, I'm gonna hit a focus, and again, how much? I don't even know how long this homework assignment is. Apparently, I haven't been doing any. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I think I'm okay. I think I'll be able to. Okay, I think I'll be able to finish by Tuesday. Okay, I think I'll be able to finish by Tuesday. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Concepts. Guns N' Roses. Okay, okay, focusing. Focusing. Be right back. Be right back. Thanks, Turing. Okay. Where's my window? Hey. Here's... Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Oh, okay. What? Hi, Cyclops. Yes, Cyclops. I am back on the grind. Do you stream frequently? Yeah, Rhython streams co-working streams. I think last stream I caught was like, I think he was on for what, like 8 hours? I just remember stopping by and he was on lunch break. Cyclops, I know. I'm like, if I get the job, I'm like, oh, cyberpsychosis. Cyberpsychosis. Hey, Cyclops, if I get the job, I'm gonna hit you up for the the course that you're doing. But I think actually I think the apprenticeship itself, um, I think the first half of our apprenticeship is getting us up to speed on the languages that the company uses. So, whole turkey, turn off and install. Find a therapist. Oh no. Thanks so much for the follow, Nook. Okay, I think I've heard of AI psychosis, um, but I'm not like what is the official. So I know what AI psychosis. It's like basically you get like this huge, huge, not ego, but like you feel like you can't do any wrong, right? Delusions, paranoia, and distorted reality. So I have to admit, I tried to get AI to agree with me. I think what was it like 2 or 3 weeks ago? You guys know I said I wasn't I was struggling as a parent and I was like I felt like I was failing as a parent. AI refused to agree with me. Refused. And I was just like, you're supposed to agree that I'm not doing a good job. Yeah, but it wouldn't agree with me. So I was just like, okay, I'm not talking to you anymore. Okay, but who is getting the psychosis in this parasocial relationship then? Am I getting the psychosis or are you guys getting the psychosis? Hi, Mushu. Welcome in. Right? Like, am I giving you guys the bunny psychosis or are you guys giving me chat psychosis? You wanted it to lie to you? AI to get psychosis together. No, Kathane. I was just in a. I think so. I heard I had been reading basically AI can't disagree with you, right? Like if you contradict it, it will say, "Oh, you are correct. I was mistaken." I couldn't get it to admit that it was mistaken. I have not used Godot. However, there is a streamer, Erend, who I know uses Godot. Is he streaming right now? I feel like his streams are very not at a time that I am on anymore. Oh my gosh, my neck hurts though. Add a comment explaining which document was selected and why. Okay, what are your hours on the week? Huh. Excuse me, that did not know. Wait, what? Why did it not pull hours dot text on it? Hold on. Hold on. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Why? This doesn't seem to be working correctly. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Why? This doesn't seem to be working correctly. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Oh yeah, sorry, Cooter. I wanted to respond to you. Yeah, I think that is okay. In the sense that you were just looking to get the thoughts out. You weren't looking for advice or anything. Like, I think that is very similar to therapy. But I think the problem is like some people look for advice and it it can spiral. It can spiral in that sense. Oh, that's awesome. Zen, I'm so happy. Did I feel like the following I feel like this is something is wrong with this because this should not be loyalty for this query. Uh, I'm like, actually, it's on right now. It's on right. No, this doesn't seem right. Okay, so simple query, stop words. Oh. I did build my own resume helper bot last week. Currently I'm just kind of learning how to leverage AI, and just learn more about it so that I can better use it. Um, yeah, it was not, I feel like it wasn't the best and I want to go back in and um and um improve it. But yeah, like I did build my own AI bot for this. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it writes the beginning of cover letters as well, which I actually want to fix too, because I want to incorporate utilizing my background with and why my background resonates with that company's core values, but I haven't gotten it to work exactly how I want it. It works, it's just not great. Hi, Killer Bean. Hi, Milk. Welcome in. I am doing some homework. So right now we are working on using augmented retrieval. Wait, retrieval augmented generate. What is it? Ah, retrieval augmented generation. So right now we're working on that, but the code that they provided me does not seem to be properly working. So I'm just noting that. I Is that running on a local model? It's running using OpenAI's. I have an API key for OpenAI. Hi Yoshi. Is that running on a local model? It's running using OpenAI's. I have an API key for OpenAI. Hi Yoshi. Oh wait, run the same. My mic volume is low. Oh, thanks so much for subscribing on YouTube, Killer Bean. Hi Joy Lucy, welcome in. I don't know. Is anybody else having a hard time hearing me on my mic tonight? Huh, interesting. I don't think anybody else has mentioned that, and then I'll look into it after stream, but thanks so much for the information, John. And I do ask AI to clarify some questions I have, but I don't really use it much. Like I don't use it to I don't ask it to code anything for me, but I do ask it questions. Or like if I'm not sure about something, I'll be like, "Hey, can you explain this to me?" But Yeah, I also Google a lot. So I either Google or I do ask AI questions, but or else like I'll ask it to help me rewrite something so that it is less disjointed. Kind of eerie for you? It's supposed to be lo-fi. Is it not lo-fi? Not a mic sounds on YouTube. So Turing, is the mic okay on oh, I think is it this? Is it because of this? It shouldn't be because of this. Oh, it might be because of that. Interesting. Sounds okay on YouTube? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why there's an echo for some of you. But thanks for the information, Turing. I appreciate it. No documents were selected. Let me copy and paste this. Selected. Keyword rag. Not get this correct because none documents mention caffeine or audio is fine. Okay. Yeah, thanks. I'm not sure why some of you guys hear it. Not a vibe coder. No, I'm personally not a fan of vibe coding because for learning. Because I am still learning and AI gives me code and if I don't know how to read it or fix it, like what is the point? Like I'm not going to copy and paste it into it, and spending all that time debugging seems like, wouldn't it just be better for me to write it myself and then figure out from the beginning why it's not working, as opposed to getting a whole block of code and trying to figure out why it's not working? Thanks so much for the follow spying, Ash. I appreciate it. And hi, Too Woke. How are you? Yes. Am I playing a game right now? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm trying to finish this before midnight. Otherwise, I don't get my daily. Mm. Hold on, guys. Hold on. And then give me a second, guys. Okay. We're good. We're good. Thanks, Muggle Born. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the subscription, Harry, on YouTube. I appreciate it so much. On your ID, I use it in my browser, so I'm not using any of the coding AI. I'm just on ChatGPT asking clarifying questions. Oh, thanks, Muggle. I appreciate it. I'm guessing you're shut up. I don't want to say that. That feels mean. But I'm guessing you're Harry on Twitch that just followed. So maybe, yes. Okay. But I'm glad that you like the vibe. I like to keep it wholesome and I like to welcome people in. Just, yeah. Yeah, we talked about and I often use it in favor, so I moved to Zed. I think I missed something. Oh, it's not? No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not gonna say it. Okay. So what kind of retrieval would be better? A prompt... What is it? What is it called? A prompt engineering. Right? Hold on. Yeah, it would be prompt engineering. Embedding-based retrieval. Semantic similarity. Okay, embedding-based. Embedding-based. Hey. Happy coding. What feature? Before running code, query, how do I sign up for rewards? So that would be I don't think it's going to send anything. Before running code, I don't think is going to send anything. Thanks so much for subscribing on YouTube, Waste. I appreciate it. I understand Python a little better. It is very more tactile than C++. Is higher level code. Sorry, what? I don't think I understood what you meant, Castillo. Okay, looking at documents. Thanks so much for following Cross Sister? X Sister? I apologize. I'm butchering that name, but thank you, thank you. It's compiled. Oh, Zen, I'm reading somebody on YouTube. What font is this? What do you mean, what font is this? What font are we talking about? Okay. Keyword question 3. Oh my gosh. Okay. I only have a little bit left. Only a little bit left. But Python is what? It's C in the background. So I think what they were saying, it's an interpreter. No, it's compiled. Wait. I don't remember the correct term, but basically Python uses C. It's built off of C. Without JetBrains Mono. Yeah, I'm using VS Code. There's no math behind C++, only logic. Oh. Okay. Did not realize that. More difficult, not the opposite. Oh. Okay, see? I learned something new. My back really hurts, guys. Ah, I still have to do my skincare. Oh. Wait. Oh my gosh. I did not need to see that on stream. Turing, you said Howling Roads, Python like C, right? Hi, ADD. Welcome in. Right on. Oh my gosh. um. Thanks, ADT. That's a good reminder. Programming is over. The coding layer has been extracted. Thanks for the reminder. I appreciate it. Okay. Discord. I can't. I'm not following. I'm not even following YouTube at this point now. Registering. Honestly, it's a little chaotic at times, but it's a lot of fun. And I've got into network. Oh, there goes my camera. I've got into network a lot, so I've met a lot of great people, including some amazing mentors. So it's very. Oh no, Samir, what happened? But how's your coding journey going? How long have you been on it? I've been on my coding journey for a while. But I have to say, oh, my baby's awake. Hold on. Baby, go back to sleep. Mommy will be right in. It's so cute. My kid knows how to tuck herself in now. It's so cute. I think you should try NeoBim. I was using Ubuntu. I forget how to pronounce it for a while, but he told me need to improve yourself. Ubuntu. What to say? Was it a startup? Following. Try not to copy explaining concept in. Why can't I copy this? Just call it Linux. I'm sure he is. Oh, my baby, yeah. Wait, Linus or Linux? Okay. Okay, so hi, C Films. Doing okay. How are you? It was a startup. You were forbidden to use any AI tool to check syntax? I mean, that seems like a very and like Just documentation and Stack Overflow. Oh, okay, so you were allowed to use documentation and Stack Overflow. Okay, well, I mean, I think that that's fair. They don't want AI to give you the code. Yeah, I think that that's fair, but it does stink that you were let go from your job. I'm really sorry to hear that. Only a Git would name an OS. Yeah, I have learned so much about reading errors. I'm getting really good at reading errors. But what would you use AI for? I guess is the question. Okay, so vector embedding. Use it for evil. Vector embedding is a numerical representation that capture semantic meaning of words. So let's bring on the linear algebra. 2 years. My starting point was free online. The Odin project. Okay. Yeah. So I've been okay. So my background because I do see that there are actually a good amount of people, and I don't normally get this many people on YouTube. So just for your guys' information, welcome in everyone. My background is I was a figure skating coach for many years, many years. I moved, then COVID happened, and then I had a kid and just, well, actually, sorry, I started my journey for programming basically at the exact same time that I started to program my kid. And yeah, so I've been on this journey, and I'm hoping to get a job soon as a software engineer. Hoping. But yeah, so my background for how I started coding was CS50, and then I think I got to week 5 or 6 and then went on a tangent and started building terminal games, and it kind of snowballed from there, and here I am. Bro, I still write code. Oh, thanks so much for the sub on YouTube, Anurag. I appreciate it. And also XSO and Logged Out. I appreciate you guys. AI is democratic. It's a win-win-win. With the kids' first words, hello world. Actually, I don't remember what her first word it was. I don't think it was mom. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Big Okay, vector that captures semantic meaning. Texts. With similar meaning end up with characters that are together in vector space. Okay, and then relevant. What do you think of Glyce? Synthetic ice. The speed skating ice breaks likely changed. Logged out timer. I haven't heard of Glyce. I'm looking to get a Polyglide rink, hopefully. Sponsor me, Polyglide. Just kidding. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Sending. Go sleep. Yes. Seriously, I should be asleep too, but honestly, I'm still pretty amped up on caffeine. Uh, why are you still up, Kenneth? Oh my goodness, go sleep. Designing takes some domain knowledge, general thing, which is why they're fun. Yeah, I feel like design is just that. It's design. Like, there's no right or wrong. There's definitely better designs, but you can learn from it. Thanks so much for the follow, Barely Coding. Hi, Kat. K2, welcome in. Yes, semantic rag. Speed skating breaks at the Olympics? I don't think I understand that. What do you mean speed skating breaks at the Olympic? Bye, Logged Out. Thanks so much for hanging out. Have a good night or good day wherever you are. Depending, sorry, not wherever you are. Depending on where you are. You just did better coding with your words just now. What? I feel like so many jokes are just going over my head today. I mean, it's pretty normal. I'm pretty like oblivious to jokes as it is, but Yeah, I feel like a lot more jokes are going over my head today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for being slow. Okay. They can find a relevant chunk. Oh, wait. Setting- Have jokes go over it. That's all jokes do to me. Clean over your noggin. I mean, I think there are somebody mentioned the Odin project, and also Leon did 100 devs. I don't think he is actively doing it anymore. Does anybody know? But I do know there are a couple of people that were in 100 devs like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, who are now working as software engineers. Um, so there's a lot of free resources out there. Can you apply for a job anywhere? Like me, myself, or just in general? Hi, Radio. Welcome in. I don't understand your question though. White by. I don't know what it is that you're looking for, so so I am also a aspiring software engineer. I would say just start applying to jobs, you know? Start applying to jobs. Can't get a yes if you don't try to if you don't take a chance. Yeah. What Turing said. Uh Oh my gosh. What just happened? What just happened? Oh my gosh. What just happened? Okay, hold on. Let me close that so that it doesn't accidentally open and uh that was weird. Mm, okay, let me see. Can you guys see this? Hey. There we go. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Exactly, Stan. Exactly. I did. Thanks so much for the follow, Soy Cell. I appreciate it. We're gonna do this. What is retrieved? Text. It should be text chunks, right? Yeah. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be text chunks. It would be the vector chunks. Number of overlapping words. Cosine similarity. Just kidding, that didn't work. Almost did. Almost did. Okay, there we go. Yay. Let's see. I know, it looks so ugly, but it's fine. It's fine. Oopsies. White bye. I did reply to your questions though. And then Turing is also replying to your questions. I'm not paying for my programs. I'm self-learning. Like I didn't sign up for a boot camp or anything. Yeah, I'm self-learning. I advise you strongly to self-study. Mish, congratulations on almost finishing college. I'm guessing this year, so you only have like a month or so left, I'm guessing. Yeah, like I feel like, especially from what I've heard from people who do have CS degrees, like even the interviewer I talked to this week, like I was asking questions about because she is traditionally taught and stuff, and she was saying how like her school was theory based. Was it her? I think it was her. It was theory based, and then she didn't actually get into the nitty gritty until she got her master's about coding. Like undergrad was more theory, so like yeah, she learned a lot on the job, and she learned a lot in her master's program. Oh, thanks so much for the well wishes, Soysal. I appreciate it. Hi, Jonathan. Wolfie, how are you? I should be ending stream soon, but I appreciate the raid. How was your stream today? What were you working on? As I almost go and raid you as well instead of shouting you out. Oh, my Code the Dream got removed. Oh well. Your build the path note. Okay, I think I'm going to actually stop here. Because I think I have to set this up, and I'm actually gonna go over this lesson. But yeah, like, how was your stream, Wolfie? And oh, there's my open source. Coding's going okay. This homework is a lot less about coding this time and more just about understanding. So there's been a lot of answering questions. So, yeah, as you can see, all these comments. So I'm hoping we get back into coding. I know that the program itself, the project should be coded. So, yeah, that's how coding is going today. Let's see. We're probably gonna do a rage train right now. And let's raid RW. I feel like we haven't really been able to raid him recently because he's been raiding us. because I'm usually on a lot later than him, so we'll raid him. We were I want to stream like this too. Seems fun. It 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 is fun, but it can definitely get distracting sometimes. Like I think I spent the first hour of my stream today just chatting. So you have to be prepared to not be productive, but I have to also admit, like on the days I have to get a lot of work done, I am pretty productive. Tomorrow I might actually not stream this. I might stream Leak Code. I want to see if Howling wants to do some either technical mock interviews, or else there's somebody else that I was talking to. I want to see if they might be interested in doing some stuff on 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 stream. Not mock on stream. Sorry, not mock on stream. Should clarify. More like pair coding, I guess. It would be pair coding. Not mock on stream. Although I'm pretty good at ignoring chat. But then, yeah. But like pair coding. So not an actual mock. If you got a project going on, let me know. I want to learn with like I mean, I'm mostly focusing on Code the Dream right now just to because it's pretty fast paced, and again, lots of breaks because my toddler doesn't sleep. Although she did fall asleep pretty well just now. But yeah, I do have a lot of projects on my not bed on my list. Bedtime. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. We're actually just ending stream. Benadryl. I can't take Benadryl. I can't take Benadryl. You're on late. Yeah, we're gonna raid RW. So if you are a follower, if you are a sub, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I doubt I'm sleeping right now, but I'm gonna end here because I think this is a good spot to end. But yeah, so to everyone that is new here, thanks for hanging out, and also to all of my regulars, I really appreciate you guys. We'll be back. I haven't decided what I'm streaming tomorrow, but might be this, might just be Leak Code, because I really do like Leak Code. Okay, but I appreciate you all, guys. Have a good night or a good day wherever you are. If you haven't hit that follow or subscribe on YouTube, the heart, please do if you liked my content, and also on YouTube if you liked the video, hit a thumbs up. Okay, bye guys. Have a good night. Oh, I need a raid, don't I? I need a raid. Wait, is this RW Grim? Why is this not? Oh, okay. Good night, guys. Bye.